What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be doing an iPhone 15 Pro versus iPhone 16 Pro comparison. So these phones are really similar in a lot of ways, and a lot of people just say that you should buy the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm going to go over why someone would buy the 15 Pro and why someone would buy the 16 Pro. So I'm going to start off with the main differences. So the iPhone 16 Pro actually is a little bit bigger than the 15 Pro. It might not look a lot bigger, but when using the 16 Pro, I was almost immediately able to notice that the screen size difference was pretty big, I'd say. It's 0.2 inches, and the bezels are a lot thinner, and the phone's actual housing is slightly larger. So that's basically how they do the display change. I don't like the larger display, but I kind of have to deal with it. I really liked the iPhone 15 Pro's design, how it was kind of smaller than the 14 Pro by a little bit. But besides the display, the 16 Pro also has the new Apple Capture button. So this is basically a camera button. It will kind of help taking photos, but I don't really like it personally because there's just too much shake in the photos. So whenever I'm pressing the button down, you kind of have to press the phone down a little bit unless you're really stabilizing it a lot. But you still get, just a little bit of shake with that, and that's really annoying. I would much rather prefer to just use an actual, on-screen button or even the volume buttons, but it is kind of cool to have. It's a nice way to just launch the camera really quickly. You can double tap it, you can do zoom, depth, all that. And the zoom feature is kind of cool for when you don't really want to be, pinching to zoom or even going to the slider to zoom. So it's nice. So another difference is camera. This is more minor, I'd say, but the iPhone 15 Pro has a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. The iPhone 16 Pro has a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera. Ultra-wide shots look marginally better on the 16 Pro compared to the 15 Pro, but I would not say it's a reason to upgrade on its own. So with all that said, there is a lot of minor changes this year. The iPhone 16 Pro can charge at 25 watts on MagSafe. Apparently, I did a video on that. I couldn't get it to charge with 25 watts versus the 15 Pro, which can only charge at apparently a maximum of 15 watts, although some people have claimed they've been able to get the maximum wattage a little bit higher. They both have USB-C, they both have the action button, they both have, really good camera setups. They're both very fast phones. But the issue is value proposition. Looking at a used iPhone 15 Pro, this is a 256 gigabyte listing on eBay. It's $740 plus shipping to buy this. This is going to be a used phone, so it's obviously going to have some more issues than a brand new phone. Might not have the warranty that you'd want, might not have the, condition that you want, because after all, a used phone is used. It's going to have some scratches around it from just basic everyday use. I used this 15 Pro for a little bit under a year. I think that it was one day under a year, and there is actually quite a bit of damage around the phone. There's scratches up here, there's a pretty bad scratch on the camera, and the port has some wear on it, and also the battery on this phone is kind of worn out at this point. 88% battery health, 655 charge cycles. This was pretty heavily used over 2023 and 2024, but 88% battery health, definitely not really what you'd want from a new phone. Versus buying a brand new 16 Pro, you get a brand new phone with that brand new 1-year Apple warranty. You can add Apple Care for another year if you want, getting that 2 years of Apple Care. Then you can extend that Apple Care. You also just get all the benefits of a new phone. Brand new condition, brand new battery, brand new display, because some of these 15 Pros have got some light burn-in, which could definitely be annoying for some people. Mine didn't really get too heavy burn-in. I couldn't really see that much of any burn-in by the end of my time with the 15 Pro. But the 15 Pros definitely can get burn-in. They're OLED panels. And while I would say the 15 Pro, for my experience, was a little bit better, just in general, I think the 15 Pro was the best iPhone ever made. I couldn't recommend it to people just because of the fact that used phones typically have some issues, and for $740, it is going to be a little bit cheaper than the 16 Pro. But the 16 Pro is going to last longer since it's a year newer. And yes, the 16 Pro is only a slight spec bump. They both have 8 gigs of RAM, a really similar processor, all of that. It's honestly really hard to find a brand new 15 Pro. I mean, this is a new listing, I think, but this is obviously not new. I'm willing to bet that there are at least 7 scratches on that screen alone. This is locked, could mean iCloud lock, could mean carrier lock. Buying a brand new 16 Pro wouldn't have to deal with any of that. And I would say honestly, the 16 Pro is a nice upgrade for people who were already looking at buying a 15 Pro when they were new, but now for the same price, $999 starting price, the 16 Pro is everything the 15 Pro was and a little bit more. So it's an incremental upgrade, yes, but it is still an upgrade. They're not increasing the price, they're not forcing you to buy the new iPhone, they're just saying, look, you are already going to buy this, so it's a better phone now. I mean, people don't get mad when car manufacturers release a 2024 model and they discontinue the 2023 model. It's not like people get mad when that happens, so I don't see why it should be any different with phones. But one last note, both of these should get Apple Intelligence, day one. There is no real caps on the 15 Pro processor-wise with Apple Intelligence. It has the A17 Pro, the iPhone 16 Pro has the A18 Pro, so they're both going to be really powerful CPUs. They're both going to be able to run Apple Intelligence just fine, so don't really worry about that. It's just, if you want a new phone, go for the 16 Pro. If you have to save some money, go with the 15 Pro, but honestly, I think it might just be better to buy a base 16 and get some more benefits, or maybe even downgrade a bit and get like a 14 or a 15, maybe even a plus. But yeah, that's my opinion, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.